Hello folks. Today in the workshop I have a zelkova, and the zelkova is just about ready to start putting out new season's growth. Zelkova is one of the species that holds the old leaf on the stem to protect the new buds that it's going to employ for the upcoming year's growth. And what we're going to do today is we're going to remove all these old leaves, and we're going to do some branch selection on this tree, and we're also going to go ahead and maybe do some pruning to these branches and some wiring. That way this season, once it starts growing, we can start working on some ramification. Unlike most zelkovas, and you'll be able to see it a little bit better once we get to that point, this thing's got rough bark on it. Zelkovas are known for smooth gray bark. This has a rough brownish gray bark. That's one of the reasons that I bought this tree. It wasn't the same as what I was normally used to seeing on a zelkova species. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. It's going to be possibly a short video, not quite as long as we normally do, but we'll go ahead and get started, and I'll come back about halfway through the styling, and then we'll take a look at the tree as well after its final styling for this season, and have a little discussion about what we're doing this year with it and the future plans of the tree. So we will continue shortly. Okay, here you can see after I've defoliated it and I've removed a few larger branches that were up high on the tree that they weren't proportionate to where they were in relation to the location of the tree. I'll do a quick 360 just so you can see in the basic outline of this tree. This one's 2 years in development since I've purchased it in a nursery. I made a large cut here, I made a large cut here, and of course at the top, everything you see here with the exception of a few branches that I've already removed on the tree, I've grown in 2 years' time. I actually made a few different, you can see like on this one for instance, I've cut this one back and it started to ramify, just so you can get an idea of when you cut the leader, what happens is all the rest of the buds that are just normally a leaf bud on the branch are going to end up forming branches of their own, and that's how you develop the ramification on the tree. So this is basically where we are at this point. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing some wiring and doing some more branch selection. When I come back, we will be pretty much at the finished stage of this tree, and have a short discussion of what's going to take place next. I still have to consider keeping some sacrificial branches on here to continue with the healing process on the large wounds that are in the rear of the tree, but I think the majority of the branches that you see here are going to be utilized for the final design of this tree. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like after it's been defoliated and a few of the larger branches removed. Now we're going to work on wiring and placement of these branches, and we shall return shortly. Here's the final design phase for this tree. Like I said in the beginning, just to kind of bring it all together. 2 years ago this was collected, or not collected, but purchased in a nursery. The first year I got it, I put it in this growing container, and I did my major cuts. What you see here is 2 years worth of growth and ramification work. This is actually the first styling that I've done on this tree. This spring it'll be like all the rest. I'll just maintain a decent regimen of fertilizer on this. I don't want to really pump this tree up too much. The branches, as far as thickness goes, are pretty much where they need to be at this moment, and right now we're just doing the ramification stage of this tree. I'll do a quick 360 here for you, and we'll be done with this tree. I'm going to take it back out on the bench and let it grow. I'm not going to let the leader take off too much. I may let it thicken up just slightly, just so it's a little bit more pleasing transition between the cut that I've made and the new apex of the tree. And that's pretty much it on this tree. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with what we've got here, and the progression of this tree so far to this point. So that's what we'll do on this tree. I want to thank everybody for watching.